What is your definition of love? What is prem for you? A man, when he loves his wife, he doesn't love her because she loves him. He loves her because he loves himself. Okay? It's his own self-love that expresses through a relationship. So it's the self we love. That is why we feel love for others. Identification plays a very important role in whom we love. So we only love people really unconditionally or with care when we identify that I-ness in that person, myness or I-ness. Okay, that's because it's mine. So somebody loves his wife because it's my wife. You love your children because it's your children. Okay, when it's somebody other's children, maybe that love is not that so great, but it's my children, that's why I love them. Okay, so that's identification within the personal boundaries. Then your identification as it expands. So from childhood, as you grow, your identification expands to your friends, your relatives, that myness increases. This is my community, this is my extended family, this is my friends. Then you start loving those bigger community as you grow old. Okay, so that's how your love expands, your circumference of myness. Again, love is same as myness. What I feel is mine, I love that thing. Okay, I'm talking about relationships. Now, if you feel a love for your particular community, suppose some people are very attached to their last names. So everybody belonging to that last name, speaking the same language, living in the same country, you'll start loving those things because you identify yourself with that community or the country. Okay, if you live in that country but you don't identify with that country, then probably you won't love anything about that country. You'll want to run away from it, or you just want to utilize that country, that place. So that myness is very important in the manifestation of the love from that heart. If you further expand, suppose you feel that, okay, this whole earth is mine, so you'll start taking care of things that belong to this earth. You won't exploit the earth. So what happens when we don't feel that myness? We don't hesitate to just utilize that thing for our own selfish needs when we don't feel that myness with that thing. For example, I'll do good things for my children, but because it's others' children, let them go too. So that myness, when it's not there, it can be very dangerous. So that's the one thing you have to understand. We only love things which belongs to myness, okay, that identifies with me. So suppose as you develop that spiritual strength or you grow in the spiritual journey, your myness starts to expand. And the ultimate goal of the spiritual journey is that myness belongs to the samashti, which is the totality. Okay, when your myness belongs to the entire totality, you feel one with everybody, then at that point only you can give unconditional love. So that's what yoga tells you, to remove or go beyond all the small identification and expand your horizon. Because it's absolutely human to love things that belong to me. But yoga tells us, the journey of yoga tells us to expand that horizon, circumference of myness. When your circumference of myness increases, then only the real yoga begins. So whenever you feel, why do you love this person? See that where your myness is belonging. Always think about that. Because if that myness is not there, you may be able to just don't care about that thing or do anything good for that. Or even in some case, people may be ready to exploit the other person because it's other, it's not mine, for the benefit of mine. That person is able to exploit the other things or person also. So that is why it's so important to expand your myness, the circumference of your myness, so that the world becomes a better place to live in. And people stop exploiting this earth, this nature, or other people, or having a fight, having a war. This is all because of myness. All the wars that are happening also, my country, my religion, everything is happening because of that. So we identify it. So identification is the main issue. And yoga tells us to go beyond all identification. Encompass, you expand the horizon of your identification, the circle of your identification. No relationship is without vested interest. No relationship if you're living in a smaller circle. Like if you're identifying with a smaller circle. No love is unconditional if it's just everything is transactional in this world. Unless you identify yourself with the totality. Everything is transactional. 99.9% of time. If a father doesn't do anything to the child, it's highly likely that child will also not do anything to the father when he or she grows up. You understand clearly. Wherever we identify, we attach love to that thing. And love is all about care. How much you care for that person, and it cannot be without any vested interest. You obviously expect. That's beyond human capacity. You have to become divine. Then only you can reach that state of unconditional love. Myness is just a feeling. If anybody who has even abused you in your past or not have good relationship with in the past, if they come to you with some need, if you have expanded your myness, you'll be willing to provide the help to that person. You will not feel, oh my god, he or she has come only when she needs me. That feeling will be gone from you because you'll be thinking differently. Your mind has expanded beyond that minus, and that person has also come with that minus circumference. So you will just have love and compassion for that person, and you will forget what they did to you before. That takes a long time. It has a lot of work to be done on our mind, but it happens eventually, gradually. So that's the whole pursuit of yoga, is to expand the circumference of our minus. Not being judgmental about people's past or how they have behaved with us, what religion, language, culture they belong to. That's expanding your horizon and helping people unconditionally when they come to you. So that's the ultimate purpose of yoga, to expand, because then only you will be going into real meditation. When you stop seeing the difference between my child and somebody else's child, my mother and somebody else's mother. Imagine the world will be so beautiful when your doctor treats your mother like his own mother. Won't it be a beautiful world? Then there's no question of ethics or any kind of medical malpractice if every doctor treats patients like their own family member. The world will be so beautiful. No lawyer will cheat you, no policeman will do bad things to anybody. Changes the way society will operate. Why there's so much stress in people's life? It's because of this lack of minus. They think this work belongs to my organization, I'm working for my boss, or this organization, I'm not working for myself, I'm there only to get the paycheck. That's why so much stress, because that minus from the work is not there, that this is my duty, my work. Work is a leading cause of stress in many people's life, and relationship is another one. So when you operate from a standpoint of minus, that stress disappears. Because when it's mine, I'm doing it for myself. One last and important tip: if you want to expand that horizon, that circumference of your minus, the best way is to connect within. Discover that true self that is within you, because that true self is nothing but the totality itself. Yoga is one means to do it. Study of our shastras and another means to do it. Combine both together and you reach that circumference very soon. Because it not only comes with a physical practice, but it also comes with the intellectual understanding. Because that self is nothing but the totality.